Hello and welcome back to my channel. For anyone who's new, my name is Olivia, and today's video I have decided to take a one-day break in my Harry Potter house themed wraps and do something really fun with pumpkin. Now this color I had no idea that I could wear until my good friend sent me this absolutely beautiful soft pashmina from Wrapunzel in the pumpkin color. And I put it on my head and was amazed at how good it looked. So this has become an absolute favorite in my wardrobe, my scarf wardrobe. So for today's wrap, I'm thinking I'm going to keep it really simple and really sleek. I'm wearing a very vintage inspired ensemble, so I want to keep it just simple and elegant. I am wearing the Lowbun cap in pumpkin. I could have gone with any color, it doesn't really matter because I'm covering it up, but I thought just keep it pumpkin. I will leave a link in the description box if you're interested in purchasing a Lowbun cap. I do sell them on my Etsy page. Now, the only thing I'm not quite sure about is whether I want to accessorize this. I am wearing a cream colored skirt, and I'm not sure if I want to use lace in this ensemble or I want to use a headband. I'm not quite sure. I'll kind of play it by ear and kind of see how I'm feeling it. I may just do this wrap 3 ways if I can get it done quickly. I'm going to try to do them rather quickly, but I'm going to see about just adding in the lace and those things and then figure out which one I like the best. But what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to fold this scarf to fit my head. And when I tie it on my head, I want to have the short tail come out on my right side, long tail on the left. It just makes the detail where I like to keep it, and that's just my preference. It could be done on either side. Okay. Now, I'm going to be just placing it on my head, lifting the bun just slightly, crisscrossing underneath, like so. I'm not putting a knot in it. I don't think it's necessary for this wrap. All right, I'm going to take both sides and fold them into thirds. It's easier to do it both at the same time and have them lay down. Okay. Now, I'm not doing any floofy fans or anything like that. I'm keeping it very, very sleek and simple. Okay, so at this point, I will show you the plain wrap, and then I will go to the lace and then the headband. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start on the short tail side. I'm going to bring it up, but I'm not bringing it up here. I'm going to bring it up slightly behind. And this is a nice short bit because this is going to just get tucked away. I wanted as much, not all of the volume, but as much length on this side as I can get. Okay, now this one I brought up close to the front. And when I tie the knot, I want to tie the knot so that the long tail comes out the front. Just like so. Now I don't want it directly over the center of my head. I want it off center. So I just adjusted it to be right here. Okay. Now this piece, I can tuck it this way or I can tuck it this way. It doesn't really matter. I'm thinking the easiest way to do it is to just tuck it over on this side. And it may be tricky to find that pocket. There are lots of pleats back there. Okay, so let's spread that out just a little bit. Okay, now I have this beautiful piece here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to open it up and just bring it back. Now, I don't like the way this is right now, so I'm just going to pull it back forward. And I'm going to try to gently but firmly tug this out and flip back. Okay, that's much nicer. Okay. Now I'm going to spin around and show you what I'm doing in the back, because I have these short bits in the center. And I'm just going to find the pocket, and I'm going to tuck in as much as I can. Okay. And I'm doing the same thing over here. Now, I am doing this blindly, so there may be a few pieces that end up sticking out until I can take a peek at the back of my wrap. Okay, so adjusting. Okay, so here we have the plain wrap. I think that's rather beautiful. Now to quickly add in the headband, because I think I can do this without actually taking off the entire wrap. This one is just a small one. And this was part of one of the Scarf of the Month kits for 2020, I do believe it was. Okay, I'm just placing this on. Now you can see those rather unattractive elastics. So just going to adjust like so. And just try to hide the elastics. Okay, here is a wee bit of a headband, and then it is a rather thin headband, so you get the elegance of having a headband without it being too bulky. And you can adjust it forward or backward. It's up to you and your comfort and preference. Okay. For me, I'm thinking it's just not enough, so I'm going to take this one off. Now, because I pulled it out, I will show you a second headband. This one is more substantial. This one is one I've had for a good amount of time, and I do not remember if it was part of a kit or anything else. It may have been part of a Scarf of the Month before the membership, but I'm not quite sure. So this is rather beautiful. You can see the difference between the headbands. The more substantial headband gives it a different look than the smaller headband. Okay. All right, that's okay. I'm not hating it. I'm not mad at it. Now for the next variation, I'm going to have to undo it and tie on the lace. So untie it just to this point. Again, bring it down and fold in the tails like so. And good, you stayed. Okay, excellent. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie this on. I just want the lace to be visible at the front. I don't want it to be seen everywhere else. So I'm going to find which way is out. Okay. I am going to place it on my head. Now, I think I want it to be to the very front, but I could be wrong. So let's see. Okay, this might work. All right, I'm just crisscrossing in the back, and I'm going to bring these guys up. And I think instead of doing a knot, I'm just going to crisscross, tuck in the back here, This one comes to the front and gets tucked in. And I'm going to do my best to hide all of these fringes because while you could let them hang out, I'm not really wanting them to. So we shall see if I can get them all covered in. All right, now I'm bringing up, so this seam is, this is the only part that I think that may bother me is the seam of the lace. Let's see if I can roll it under. Okay. All right, bring this up. I may bring this forward on this side some more. Okay, bring that up. And we're going to bring this one up. Now, be gentle with this because I don't want to catch any of those little fringes. Now I can get to this point and say, I'm not going to like this one bit. I think it's just, it doesn't work for me in what I'm going for. I will complete the wrap just to show you and explain why it's not working for me. But it's just not doing it for me. A little tighter. We are going to tuck this, and then I'm going to attempt to tuck in as many of these wayward fringes from, I think maybe if I pulled this forward it might look better. Okay, as many of these wayward fringes as I can, make it easier on myself in a moment. So I now have this style going. Spreading this out. Okay. I'm going to be opening this just like so. Flipping it back. Okay. I'm going to spin around. And start tucking. Again, if there are any fringes hanging out in the back, I would take care of those in the other room before I left the house. So, while it doesn't look horrible, having this to the front helps out a little bit more. Having it on at an angle helps it a little bit more. It's just not what I'm going for today. So I'm gonna disassemble and just put it on, and I think I might actually put it on with the more substantial headband. I think it's kind of cute that way. So I hope this is helpful to you, showing you 3 different options as far as accessories and how the accessory changes the look of a wrap. Now, because I'm going to be putting this on to stay, I'm just going to put this on right now. This is how I would typically have done it. So, like so. Okay. And fold in. Okay. So out to the front. Adjust the headband slightly. Tucking this in. Bringing this forward again for the final time. Okay, flipping it back. And if this is too far back for you, you just kind of shimmy it forward a little bit. Okay. Okay. Then I'm going to tuck, tuck, tuck. Okay. All right, and that's it for today. Phew, my arms are tired. Okay, so again, it can be shifted a little bit further back, like to here. Okay, I'm going to show the back. And I think I'm pretty satisfied. So I hope everyone has a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video.